Hello defense news lovers. Today's top defense headlines are: DRDO to build directed energy weapons for future. China is deploying explosives and S-400 along LAC. The Nepal government is promising money, land and houses along with Nepalese citizenship to people living in Kalapani region in Uttarakhand. India top secret. The Kali kiloampere linear injector is a linear electron accelerator. It is a directed energy weapon designed to work in such a way that if an enemy missile is launched, it will quickly emit powerful pulses of relativistic electron beam and destroy the target. DRDO will develop different DOs variants of up to 100 kilowatt power, in collaboration with the domestic industry. The Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, is planning to develop directed energy weapons DOs, like high-energy lasers and high-powered microwaves. The DOs will be a part of a national program, which will have short, medium, and long-term goals, according to a report. DRDO will develop different DOs variants of up to 100 kilowatt power, in collaboration with the domestic industry. These will include chemical oxygen iodine and high-power fiber lasers to a secretive Kali particle beam for soft kills against incoming missiles and aircraft, the report added. However, these DOs are currently nowhere close to being operational. The DRDO has developed two anti-drone DO systems, which will now be manufactured in large numbers with the help of the domestic industry. While one is a trailer-mounted DO, with a 10 kilowatt laser to engage aerial targets at a 2 km range, the other is a compact tripod-mounted one with a 2 kilowatt laser for a 1 km range. These DOs have been demonstrated to the armed forces, intelligence agencies and field forces. The two systems can down micro-drones by either jamming their command and control links or damaging their electronics through laser-based DOs. However, these DOs are not as powerful as the ones developed in the US, Russia, China, Germany, etc. The Indian Defence Establishment's technological roadmap for the next decade says the Army and IAF need at least 20 tactical high-energy laser systems that can destroy small aerial targets, electronic warfare and radar systems at a range of 6 to 8 km in Phase 1. In the second phase, the laser systems should have a range of over 20 kilometers to take on soft-skinned vehicles and troops from the ground and aerial platforms. Amid growing tension over the LAC, China is seeking a dangerous plan. Jinping's Red Army has prepared such a blueprint of the plot, which is giving the war a hint. The situation on LAC is very explosive, after which it is being speculated that the war between India and China can start anytime. The Army of the Dragon is continuously practicing war in Tibet. The missiles are testing. The tension on the LAC is increasing here and the Red Army is preparing itself to attack. Meanwhile, he is preparing a plan for a new move. Dragon is reported to be deploying its most dangerous missile system S-400 on LAC. The deadly Rafale has joined the Indian Air Force. They are just 427 kilometers from Ladakh. A way has been deployed at Ambala Air Base. The Dragon is very frightened by this. That is why he may dare to deploy his S-400 on the line of actual control. China is going to deploy S-400 to avoid Rafale attack. The S-400 is a missile system of Russia. It is considered to be the most dangerous missile system in the world. China has bought it from Russia, which it can deploy on LAC. The S-400 can engage 60 aircraft simultaneously. The ground-to-air firepower of the S-400 is incredible. It can simultaneously launch missiles in 3 directions. Simultaneously in the range of 400 kilometers can destroy multiple fighter aircraft. It also has the capability to attack ballistic and cruise missiles. It can even target drones. It chases and destroys enemy fighter planes, drones, missiles. The enemy's escape after its radar is impossible. Seeing this dangerous plan of the Dragon, India has also made complete preparations. The Indian Army has also scrapped its air defense system and radar system, so that if China dares, it can be defeated immediately. Along with this, every move of the Chinese army is being closely monitored, so that action is not delayed. The situation on LAC is getting worse day by day due to China's nefarious antics. It seems that there will be war between the two countries. The Nepal government is promising money, land and houses along with Nepalese citizenship, most of which is believed to be funded by China. With India locked in a standoff with China on the line of actual control, Nepal has started to play its games with renewed vigor. The KP Sharma Ali government is increasingly sending feelers to people living in 3 villages adjoining the Kalapani region in the Pithoragarh district of Uttarakhand to shift their loyalties to Nepal in order to stake claim over the villages which are administered by India. In return, the Nepal government is promising tons of money, land and houses along with Nepalese citizenship, most of which is believed to be funded by China. Sources in the know of the Nepalese operation told that for the past few days, agents working for the Nepal government have got in touch with people residing in Kuti, Nabi and Gunja villages, located a few kilometers from Kalapani territory in Pithoragarh district, asking them to consider shifting loyalties to Nepal. The locals of these 3 Indian villages, located at an altitude of over 10,000 feet, who share a roti-beti relationship with the people of Darchula in Nepal, are getting multiple calls from people on the other side asking them to consider the irresistible offer. For decades, people on both sides have remained in constant touch with each other, hopping in and out of Indian territory almost every day as they either have business links or relatives on the other side. Many Indian girls have married into Nepali families in Darchula and elsewhere in Nepal. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the India-Nepal border has been sealed for the past few months. People on both sides communicate with each other using Nepal Telecom SIM cards. With the frequency of such calls increasing by the day, which has now become a point of discussion in the 3 villages, the villagers are contemplating writing to the center that there is no question of shifting loyalties and that they firmly remain with India. Many of them even held a meeting among themselves on Friday. In all 3 villages put together, there are more than 850 residents. Prior to the pandemic, people on both sides used to meet every day. Many on the Nepal side depend on the Indian side for their livelihood. Sources said that though there were some indications earlier that Nepal might resort to such moves, especially after it claimed Kalapani to be its territory, the attempts at wooing with the villagers with land, money and Nepalese citizenship has increased manifold even as tensions between India and China along the Lak is at an all-time high. For quite some time now, Nepal has left the people in its border villages along the tri-junction between India, China and Nepal at the mercy of China's People's Liberation Army, which supplies food and essentials to the villagers to win them over, even as the Chinese army has been steadily taking control of certain areas inside Nepalese territory. In May, Nepal triggered a diplomatic row with India after it claimed Kalapani and Lipulekh in its political maps. Later, it showed Limpiadara within its boundaries.